Rain dryer's running good. The pipe is flowing well. That's good. Anna's happy. Come here. Jim's got an early morning of pumping in the government juice.
Morning.
Filling it up with government juice?
I guess.
Those points on there were pretty dang new to start the year. We haven't done too many acres with it. When the ground is this dry, it's hard and it eats up all the wear pieces on the tillage equipment. Which is why this rig here is gonna get all new points this morning. Morning.
Morning.
Morning.
Broke that one. That's a good start.
She's bent. Yeah, but the head wasn't spinning, but the bolt was. We might just need a torch on all the bottom ones, huh?
Oh, there we go, there's that. I figured we'd wind those up and just zip tie them somewhere at the middle.
Right.
Or zip tie them to that, maybe that Y pipe.
Right, that would be probably a better idea.
We are pulling the old hoses and applicator pieces off this thing. This used to be a deep bander for applying fertilizer, but I stole the majority of the parts to put them on the strip tiller. I don't know if I regret or not, but it was just as much of a pain in the butt on this machine as it was on the strip tiller, so we're just getting them out of the way.
Just like butter?
Just like butter. Now we gotta get the socket off of it. Everything's a mess to change filters on. Hey, Didge. Oh, hi, Anna. Oh, jeez. Now get out of here since you don't have thumbs and you can't help. Oh, you are wet. Well, that job lasted 3 hours longer than I was hoping for.
Yeah.
That was dang near a 3-hour job. Let's not do that again this year.
No, that's not.
That was a lot of torching and grinding and clanging and banging. Hello, did you run up to Disford's or did you and Alan just go out to the west quarter? Okay, well, we're cleaning things up here, pretty much done. So what, you want, I suppose, Nate to jump in the cart? So Nate 2.0 is gonna take off, jump across the road and go help them out. But now we got like a decent amount of a sprinkle here. I don't know if I'd call it a light rain or a sprinkle, it's in between. Is it a wrinkle? Would that be between a sprinkle and, no, a wrinkle? I figured I'd come check on the dryer. I'm gonna check and make sure our moisture here is actually lining up with what it says. But if it keeps raining like this, the combine will have to shut down and the dryer because we can't really run the belts for longer. They'll start to slip. Plus the worst part is my YouTube camera quits working because the lens gets wet and the touchscreen doesn't function. That's by far the worst part of this rain. Everything matches up with the moisture tester on the dryer, so that's good. The dogs and I are gonna go check the job that the combine is doing. Hop in. Still spitting a little bit of rain. He's still taking some end rows here. Now he thought he was leaving some cobs on the ground, but it's completely clean here. I think he's just seeing what he's doing on the end rows here where he's turning and he's hitting them with the snouts, and I'll keep checking, but everything here looks really nice and clean. 5 to 4, I don't see a single cob out here. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty good out here. I'd say that new C12F header overall is doing a pretty dang good job. And it sounds like we're gonna be moving fields, head about 5 miles east. That's actually our farthest away east field. So we're gonna go knock that out. This piece is only 45 acres. So it's gonna be real handy that that header folds up and we don't have to deal with a trailer. May as well get this thing folded up and out of here so we can clean the floor. Anna, I'm telling you, we still haven't hit our 1,000,000 subscriber mark. That's of course when she actually gets a tractor ride. You guys are gonna have to let me know, because we're getting a little closer. You're gonna have to let me know which tractor you think she's gonna want to ride in. Oh, look at this embarrassing mess. If anybody's interested, these would make a couple of lovely 300-pound wind chimes. That's a little better. As somebody I once knew used to say, good enough for government work. It wasn't a government job, so I don't really know why he said that all the time, but I got it. It made sense. It's a little funny. These new points on this thing are considerably longer, so this thing's gonna be going a lot deeper. I'm gonna just run it out in this field, make a round or two just to see where we're at. I already raised it 6 turns. I got a feeling I might have to raise it a little bit more just because it's gonna be pulling harder now. This little strip north of our house seems to be our testing grounds all the time. It's the easiest place to go to test things, obviously. It's pulling it. It's definitely leaving it a little more ridged up in the back. Let's go see where we're at here. We were probably about level here, which is 5, 6, that's plenty deep. We're actually pretty close. I got 3 lines on my fingers here, natural wrinkles. Each one is 1 inch, so I know we're close. I think with the ground here, there's a lot of big buried rocks right where I'm at. This is plenty fast enough. Still going 5.8, 5.9, so that'll get plenty of acres done. But just to test it for the ground where we don't have the rocks, let's see if this tractor will pull it at 6.5. See that? See that out there? A little darker than I was hoping it would look. Oh, look at that. 6.6. It likes that just fine. There's no sense in going faster than that. I don't want to be fixing any more of those cast pieces that hold the shank on. It looks like, according to radar, most of the stuff is going to swing south, or already has. So I guess that's more productive than the alternative. Come on in, dog. Now it's raining again. Didn't I just say that this wasn't going to be a concern? Anna, I'm going to run and check on the job the Ripper's doing, and then check on Dad in the combine, because he thinks he hears a noise in the feeder house. But since it's raining, I'm going to leave the door cracked for you, okay? You can choose where you want to go. You're welcome. Yeah, that's what I figured. You just follow me out. Or if you want your windshield wiped down, some of them right here with rags and a squeegee.
You don't know if it's gonna make any difference. As soon as we clean them, they'll get bad again.
Now he thought he could hear a sound in the feeder house. Say that again. 5 feet, 8 feet. I sure don't hear anything. It was pretty loud, obviously, but I couldn't hear anything there.
It's strange. Yeah, it's a strange deal. I wonder, do you want to get in the cab and see?
Wow, it was a lot warmer and less windy inside my pickup. Tim just came on the radio. He's about 2 or 3 miles that way to the west. Says there's snow coming down. Oh, good. Windy out.
Hear that rattle? It goes away with the feeder house off.
Start it up again?
I don't know, it doesn't sound real concerning to me, but there is a sound there that goes off and on. I'm gonna check the chain tension here. That chain is fine. I don't know, I don't really... shield is rattling. I don't know if you'd hear that from the cab or not, but it's obvious when I hold it, but otherwise I think it sounds pretty smooth. No, that little plastic shield clatters a lot when you're out there, the one I was putting my hand on.
Yeah.
But when I put my hand on it, it stops, and that I don't know that you'd hear that from the cab.
I kept hearing it, but I was kind of wondering if it was more back here, but I checked the iPad and the radio to see if they're bouncing getting anything, but it sounds worse than that.
From there, I didn't hear anything.
Okay.
But if you want to start up and go, I'll stand farther back by the duals and listen when you start it.
I'm guessing you aren't going to find anything.
Does it matter if you have grain in or out coming through or not?
No.
No. It's just whether it's on,
Feeder house is on.
and it turns off with the feeder house.
Chin shakes a little more with the feeder house, so.
I think it sounds fine, but we're going to check the sends also because there's a lot of stuff sticking to the snouts on the head. Well, that looks pretty good. They're clean.
Okay, they have been checked a couple other times.
Yeah, they're completely clean.
And we've had it wet like this. Seeing we're this far from home and on this little field, I think. Should I just keep going and I'll keep watching it?
Yeah, I would.
If we have to quit, we'll have to quit. Otherwise,
right.
We'll try and get this done.
Yep. I'm just going to listen once more when he fires it up here as he goes. I don't hear anything, but my rule on the farm and in life in general has always kind of been, if you think you hear something and something isn't right, it's probably not, because almost every time something ends up breaking, so let's hope that's not the case this time. That's not Jim, it's just one of the neighbors trying to be as cool as Jim. Now that's Jim. Dust is still going. He's got this whole field done except for the end rows. Jim was not lying. Snow. I better go fire up the sleds. This is exciting. Oh my gosh. Apparently it rained while I was gone. Holy crap. I was 2 miles east of here. What happened? Well, that explains why the neighbors are just sitting up the road. I thought maybe they were eating lunch. If we were still combining here, we'd be done. A little wetter than I would prefer. Here comes the load from that field. We'll see what we got for moisture on the corn coming in now. A couple points wetter than yesterday, but that's still pretty dry for us. We'll take that. It's been 3 hours since that last clip, and I thought about hiding it from you guys, but I'm gonna come clean here. No, I'm going to the yard. It's because I had to stop working because Becky scheduled family photos in the middle of October, in the middle of harvest. She's also my editor, so if she's mad at me for saying that, she'll leave this out. In the meantime, though, we have a bearing out on the pit auger, on one of the pit augers here. Luckily, Dita with DHS has been out here fixing it. And even more luckily, I had family photos, so I wasn't able to be here helping him because it's windy and cold, and torching a bearing out of an auger is not fun. So I'm sorry, Dita, but thank you. First thing I gotta do is make sure, yeah, we're pretty dry. And it looks like it's still on the same settings I left it with, so I'm gonna speed it up a little bit. Maybe turn the temperature down. Now I'm gonna go see where they're at on this bearing deal, but I'm not gonna record that because I don't want to be the guy that shows up 2 hours into a project and sticks a camera in their face. Well, I got lucky. He was finished by the time I got here. Got a spare flange and a bearing here, and it's fixed, it's up and running, so I'm gonna put this in here somewhere. I gotta throw him a plug for that good work, so if you're in western Minnesota or the eastern Dakotas, give DHS Grain a call if you're interested. They're also a Sukup dealer. Oh, that's a lot wetter than that says. Wonder if we need to calibrate that moisture tester again. It's not too wet, but it's a lot wetter than that says. I'm gonna check the points on this thing now. I'm guessing we want to replace them. They're still there, but they're pretty well shot. Hey, cat. What's up? I guess if we don't fix them now, we'll have to swap them in a couple days. But you want to rub on me and you want me to pet you, but you don't want to sit on my lap. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the shed so it's warm, and then we can do it in the morning. And if Dad doesn't want to do it and we want to go a couple more days, we'll do that then. We'll just back it out of the shed. This rig requires all 72 feet of the interior of this building. Jim, you got our ripper all muddy. Boy, things got dark real quickly out here. I better turn those leg lights on. Let there be a little bit of light. All right, dogs. I'm gonna take over for Alan now, okay? Sorry, you gotta stay back. No, I'm taking this truck, not the Ranger. They love that Ranger. Yep, go ahead, I'm here.
On the roll sense on the combine, have you ever had it where you hit the roll sense and it seems like it shifts it off a couple inches and is bending everything over a little bit?
Not in this combine, but yes, I have, and I don't remember exactly how to fudge that to correct it.
Set perfect on the line there, or center it, reset it, and as soon as the roll sense kicks on, it kicks it over a couple inches. Maybe only an inch, but I don't like it as good.
That's a full truck. Ooh, back to the dry field. Sweet. There's not a ton of corn in there. When the dryer's running fast with dry corn, and we spend time on the road moving the combine back and forth, you certainly don't fill the corn up as fast. So that dryer doesn't have a lot of hours of drying left to do right now.
5 to 4. If you're still having issues with the row sense, I got some explanations from Colton, but I think I'd have to jump in with you. There sounds like there's 2 or 3 options that it could be, and I'd have to stare at the computer to really know what he's saying.
Well, I don't know what happened, but it seems like it's a lot better. I'm probably driving faster than I was before, but I've been using it the last 2 rounds or ever since I told you it was bad. It seems like it's been okay.
I told you Colton was pretty good. All I had to do was text him and it's fixed.
That was easy. Thanks, Colton. You find me a grain cart that's sharper than these Patriotic Edition J&Ms. You can't do it. I'm fully happy to admit that that also looks fantastic in a red cart. And I'm back again. Sometimes when things are going good, it's kind of just a back and forth game. Kind of relaxing when that happens. Jim must be done for the evening. Here's the final one of the night. We'll take this home, dump it, bring everything home. Catch you guys in the morning for the next, you can't see me at all, can you? We're gonna climb up the wet bin here. Actually, Dad has already climbed the wet bin. See how much is in there, see if we need to run the dryer overnight or if I can shut it down at midnight or 1 o'clock or whatever and be ready to go for tomorrow.
1 ring above the platform, 24 rings high. It goes peaked up.
Or, yeah, it's too up. So 10,000 in there, 11. But there's 2,000 on the floor we can't get.
I'll bet there is a 10 of it. Well, maybe 10 at most, yeah. I cut it off by midnight and start in the morning.
Probably 10. We're gonna have some road time tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so. If you want to cut it off before midnight, fine.
I'm gonna head back here, my last thing for the night, make sure the fans are pulling air in. Make sure a power surge didn't shut them off or reverse them or whatever. Fans are good. That's it. It's been a solid day. I'll be out here to turn this thing off in a couple hours. Thank you guys very much for watching. Remember, if you want any apparel or merch, we got all kinds of cool stuff over on farmfocus.com or mnmillennialfarmer.com. That's the only place you can get it. Get it now to beat the Christmas rush. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then shame on you. You should hit the subscribe button right now. And make sure you hit that little bell so you get the notification every time a video comes out. Okay, keep it between the rows.